That's what it is. Hey, man, you know what, man? I'm feeling generous, man. You know what? I might let you win, man. You know what I mean? 'Cause I don't need that. I know I got a Super Bowl and shit. I don't need this, man. You know, I got one recently, man. I know you ain't had one in a minute. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Alright. Damn, I can't even tell him to throw the stream because I'm about to play key in the playoffs in our other league. You playing with the 49ers or you playing with the Bengals? Oh, shit. Let me tell him to go easy on you, man.
Coach, playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
The 49, who you play? Oh, I didn't know you picked. Oh, they,
I can't believe they even let you play.
Off the play fake, Kaiser.
I should have
coming, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on the first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Probably Browns in the other league.
Check. 3 down. Who got 17? Who got 17?
I think that's what I'm doing in the chat and hit it. Oh, get up. Come on.
Popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. So they will set up shop. Excellent
That's a good start, baby. That shit crazy. That should have it so fast.
19-yard line.
Okay, Bucks. Let's go, baby. See if we get a touchdown. Winfield. Yeah, that boy Winfield, man. Nasty Winfield right there.
Check. 59. Get him.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw in film, isn't it? His
head
goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
After the loss to start out here, second and 11.
I'm going to run you up.
On the counter, here's Jones.
Okay, that was coming to play this game.
Going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
Oh, word.
Here we go. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
That's what niggas are saying.
Go. I got motion man. Me. I got no echo.
Operating from the gun. Fields. Catch made by Slayton. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave me underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
set to begin their next drive. The Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Stop having to come to the TV, man. Stop trying to be like me. I want to be like Jay. Huh?
Oh, there he'll see he's in 3 dots.
At the top right. I don't know, man. I don't know what like those shit different or something.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down LA.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success. How about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Check Mike 39. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check.
I'm pointing my man right there, man.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
Let's go, Josh.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard.
Hey, man. That's why I always get Josh, man.
Plays like we just saw
there.
Making plays for them right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
We gotta do all that, man.
Check that.
Kaiser just getting the play off.
Hit him. This shit.
I'm with that bitch. Pressure too much. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
I like what it probably would have been a pick with it through. Hey, I nigga just pushed my man's back. Get out of here.
So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Come on, D.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. SOS. Check 31. Check 31. Hey, switch gears.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Shit, who's that, Fletcher?
Go down again.
That boy Fletcher, man.
Fletcher Cox
picks up
his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback.
Let's go offense.
I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's more on the return.
Hey, I'm trying to hit sticky shit. I ain't trying to hit sticky shit.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go.
Hey, man, let's play ball, man. Look at it. He trying to hurt niggas and shit. You got bounty gate on or something? Still, man, let's play ball, man.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
That's probably a boy right there.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones.
Come on, run.
30.
There you go, we needed that.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Let's go, dude. Let's play some defense.
Ronald Jones, 63 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown.
I want to get my boy going.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
He did something. Yeah, number one. pushed the wrong button.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've been
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll throw here. Kaiser. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Lindsey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Josh Allen. Come on, D.
Tight as Ringo. Tight as on Ringo. Tight as on the Ringo. Even. 4 down. Even. Ready. Good. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check 26. Shit. Truck. Hey, check Mike 39. Let's set a tone.
On 2nd and 9. Kaiser.
Oh, get the ball.
Kaiser hit, and he lost the football.
Damn.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone
else like he Aaron Donald.
Execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually working in the direction downfield or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, fucking Damon Harrison.
He's coming. We got double up. Check 15. Check.
Oh, good shit.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
He said who? What you talking about? Oh, okay. I was checking. They gonna pull my man. That shit was funny. Yo, how the fuck you get them players? Like you wait till the end of the
After
season.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser.
Damn, who's that? That's fucking. I don't know who that was. God damn, they didn't give me no time back there. I wouldn't even remember that was a 3-man rush.
In this case, he's a stat sheet stuffer.
You need to drop off the lineman
but he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Give me no time.
We got this.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Fields.
Oh, he gone.
And he's got the hook up to Moore.
He gone. I think he's going to get him like that.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A big play there.
Like, we going to be in that defense and shit. Fuck it, let me try. I think Rondale was going to get...
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our
I think Rondale was going to do Jalen like that, though. I thought Jalen was going to crazy shit in
to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work but he stopped where he ultimately would have been.
Just because he activated on me,
and that's the 25-yard line.
I gotta eat a Frank, man. What's up, man? Anybody can get beat on any play, man. He ain't like he Fletcher Cox or nothing like that.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Don't want to.
But no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called the desperation.
Bad for a minute.
You did, but let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there. Right.
Damn, negative 35 passing yards.
They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I guess that's all the sacks. Let's do a big bomb.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Yeah, that's a bad matchup. Fuck it.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Kaiser now from the 50.
Damn, why he ain't hit him?
Philip Lindsay complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 25 yards that
he tried to get the pick, that's why.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A 1st down throw for Kaiser. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You know your plays, man.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Check Mike, check Mike. Right here, guys. Mike 51, Mike 51. I got wide. Orbit. Mike 51. Hey, watch the slant. Check three. Kill. Wait. Turn it up.
To throw again. Kaiser. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the
thing.
That's
why I can't catch a pass. You got the wrong one.
Range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one.
Nah, you racing. I already hit it, man.
Check. Check 13. Check 13. Hey. Check Mike 39. Man, I got you. Hey, check Mike 39. Check 39.
On 3rd down, Kaiser going for it all.
Oh, damn,
and this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown
on that one. That was big right there.
There to make the grab.
Come on, Maddox.
Here in the 1st half.
That was a good
Extra
drive.
point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
Ah, damn, like that. They even gonna bless you, man. Damn, that's fucked up. Man, they can't get a bless you right here,
as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Said who?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they try to sweep to Jones. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes were being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Shit. I think we need to run the ball.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. To throw on 3rd down. Fields to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
I don't know what's going on. So in this game, I can't. I have to check, see after this shit. Yeah, we probably ain't see each other some shit. I don't know.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Hey, check Mike 39, check Mike 39.
Bandit.
Hey, check Mike 39, check Mike 39. Ricky. Hey, check Mike.
First down, Kaiser.
Shit,
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Watch the safety creep.
Now Kaiser. And Woods has it complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? From the gun, Kaiser.
And
that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Johnny Hacker now.
That was good
as
ass
the drive
defense.
goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Yeah, that's fucking Antoine Whitfield, man.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Best young safeties in the game.
Returning it is Moore.
Let's stop that,
good
man.
blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Yeah, man. Play ball, man.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. The final shot before break. Fields. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They'll go again to Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Giants and the Packers play.
Let's go! Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
Operating from the gun. Fields got a man, Slayton. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Check 43.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Go.
2nd and 3. It's caught inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Under 10, 10.
This is Jones.
Damn, that nigga picked him up.
He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
4 down, 4 down. Check, check.
Again, it's Jones. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Davis.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Strong right, strong right. 4 down.
From the gun, Fields. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw. Fields. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
They go back to the ground with Jones. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Hey, you said get to suck, motherfucker. You gonna call my lineman suck like that? That's how you feel? Alright.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. Fields.
Damn, that was dumb.
It'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked
that
off.
Was dumb. I
and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And some space here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there.
I knew we had him.
For LA.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Kaiser. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down LA.
Nah, man, I know you ain't talking your jet touch pass ass up, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Mr. Jet touch pass.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
You just have to switch it up, man. That's all. You just have to switch it up, man.
Kaiser to throw it.
Good
They'll set
tackle.
up the
Let's go,
screen to
Josh.
Balaj. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Kaiser yet again.
Oh, this shit.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30.
Right there. Oh.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Kaiser going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
3 down, 3 down. Go. Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Stop your whining.
Again, it's Kaiser. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. You want this? Hey, check Mike 39. Check.
They'll throw again. Kaiser.
Oh, come on, Gilmore.
A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oh,
We have not seen a
Gilmore.
whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Shift, shift. Hey, Mike 51.
3rd and short yardage, Kaiser.
Good shit, Maddox.
This is going to be
Yeah, that was a
intercepted.
horrible throw. He overthrew the shit out of him.
Devontae Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys
Yeah, you caught me
will
off
get the
guard a little bit
football
with
back.
that. I was playing a,
We always talk about
the
possessions
out
being
route.
a premium in these games, and now in this situation,
I thought you about to
throwing
do
an
the out route.
interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Time to go. Night, night. Wide. Get wide.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Oh.
And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. To me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Check 59.
On 3rd down, Fields.
And I had him
To
blocking.
escape, and he goes down.
He would have picked that block up. That
Samson
could have been a
Abuka
touchdown.
able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
Man, right
The
pass.
punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away.
That could have been a touchdown. Oh well.
Here's Bird to return.
Come on, D.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10.
Love. It's a lot of downtown.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Get him, this shit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes
down.
down.
Okay, rookie.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Give me that ball, defense. Hey, 39. Check, Mike, 39. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood.
Kaiser now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean,
talking about
all this extra paper. I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
That's what it is. All right.
3rd and long for Kaiser.
Good D. Who was that came over there?
Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Like,
like 4 niggas over there.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Damn. Hey, man, you got it. You got a nice kicker, man. Come on. Let's do it. Wait, how the fuck? Where is it? Oh, is it? Alright.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
Nah. He said he's been one of their few bright spots so far.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Offense wasn't doing shit this game.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
I know, I was like, damn, he was on the ground like
You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Kill, turn up. 59, Mike, 59. 59.
From the gun, Fields. He's going to loft one. Deep left side.
Good
He's
catch.
got a man.
Good catch.
Complete. A big play that time for
Hola,
Tampa Bay.
baby.
49 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting.
I knew he was the wing link. I'm like, let me go out here. I knew he was going to double team more.
So perfect
I'm
up
like,
on the
fuck it.
board.
Let me go ahead and dude.
Sometimes you just say, throw it up.
Look at Donald. Now he want to do something. Get out of here.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Hey, ready? Yeah, defense did way better this game, though. I couldn't do shit.
Here on EA Sports. Gotta figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Who is that over there?
Go get him! Go get him! Go get him!
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. And he'll be brought in somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Jones.
What the fuck?
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Mike, check, 59. So we got Mike, 59.
That one looks like he'll throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Check 99. Check your hot read.
Looking to throw. Fields.
The fuck was he throwing it to?
They're going to be incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws.
What?
Put a lot of zip on
This
that
nigga
one.
sitting there wide open.
He just finesse trying to get it to his
Oh,
back.
man.
So
the
on
Kaiser.
4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
That was my fault, the last
kick
play.
is
I had
right
a wide open
there. It's
touchdown.
good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
I bet you're going to get fucking Jake Fromm or some shit.
Yeah, you know what, Jake? I feel you, man.
You probably would have got Drew Brees if you wasn't retired.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base,
that boy Maddox, man, is a fucking problem, man.
A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
Don't give up plays.
You might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
You know what I mean?
Ain't no catch.
An incomplete
How
pass
you
leads
catch
to
it if he ain't
2nd and
catch
10 from the 25.
What you talking about, dog?
Throwing again. Kaiser. Nowhere to escape, and he goes
Let's
down.
go, Devin.
Devin White in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. Big hold of the 30. And
hey, man, what you talking about, man?
First, as he can only
what happened?
get this to the 30. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
What you talking about, man? I was asking it. I was asking it, man. Hey, I was asking it, man. What you talking about, man?
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th
Hey, man,
down.
nah, man. It was an accident, cuz.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season,
to do it, man.
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time,
not
not
looking ahead. My bad,
but when you
man.
get to the conference championship game and you know you're
Let
there,
us fuck up too,
the
man.
Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out
64 passing, 35 rushing.
The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.
Hell yeah.
Right. Yeah, I know. Oh, man. Yeah, I got you.
Let's see, man. 8 for 13, 11 for 20. Yeah. I just had a couple of big catches on offense. Other than that, my offense wasn't doing shit either. Ronald Jones really didn't do shit. Bird had that one touchdown. Rondell had that one touchdown. Slayton had a couple of big catches. Olave had that one big catch. That boy Fletcher.
Yeah, season over, so you know.
That's when you know the season over. That shit funny as hell. You see that shit, it's over. Yeah, nigga, you got it on playoffs. And Aaron Donald started balling at the end of the game. He started getting tackled for losses like crazy. Man, Gilmore don't be doing shit, man. Like, he don't do shit. He don't get no tackles, no deflections. I think it's like, I mean, I guess he do his job. Like, he don't give up big plays, but like, he don't make plays.